here. Welcome to another episode of Hoonigan Out of Focus. I got Fluffy Gabriel Iglesias here. Oh my God, this is your shop.
Yeah. So that's why I'm not wearing a mask right now. Just so you guys know, I don't want you guys thinking, why is one guy wearing it and the other guy isn't? Well, we've both been tested because we're going steady now, and you know, it's my house, so we're clear, we're good, okay? Because I know all the people out there are gonna be wondering what's going on. But yes, this is my compound. This is my palace. This is the home of the incredible Fluffy Volkswagen collection, and I'm glad you're here to. This is crazy. I've never told you about this, but you're here to shoot my cars.
Yeah,
because we're 2 blocks from the hood.
So the story is Gabe actually slid into my DMs, right?
I slid into it. That's right.
I don't know.
I feel like I need to put bass in my voice.
Yeah.
I slid into his DMs.
What's the connection there? Is it because we shoot a lot with Jay, or are you just into cars in general?
I'm kind of into cars. Just a bit. Just a little. You know, and I'm friends with Jay, so of course, you know, I'm always subscribing to all of his friend channels, whether it's the stuff about the wax or Hot Wheels or whatever the case. And so, yeah, I saw your work on there, and I says, hey, man, what's going on? You want to take some pictures?
Yeah, definitely want to take some pictures. Right now, it's a little bit tough. You know, we'll show some of the vehicles that you have, some of the muscle cars, and some memorabilia, but maybe later on, if we could go out for drives, maybe during better times, that would be awesome to go do some cruising, some bus-to-bus action. Who knows?
If I would have known, we could have hit that drive to us another way.
Oh.
But yeah, there's no cup holder, so that probably wouldn't have worked.
Cool.
Plastic cars.
Well, thanks for having us. I know Henry, your guy, did a lot of restorations on these, or probably all of these. Right.
My friend Henry Marchena, you can follow him on the little thingy, because I'm sure you'll put a little thingy, because put a little thingy right there. He has restored 80% of this collection. I met him about 5 years ago, and normally restorations take a while. Fortunately, I got a speed pass, so you know, that's why it's always good to buy in volume, buy in bulk, do it Costco style. And he has done an incredible job, and he is definitely the best I have seen.
Well, we can't wait to hear all about them, but real quick, if we could just talk about your space. Like, this is so inspirational. It's like everything that you love. You got wrestling, you got marble, you got Volkswagens.
Yeah, it's the Fluffy compound. It's the ultimate man cave. I call it the 1-bedroom, 87-car garage. So yeah, I got my toys here and my business, so everything gets run out of here.
I definitely know a lot of people who wouldn't mind living in a 1-bedroom, 87-car garage. Yeah, but no, thank you again for having us. We can't wait to shoot one. All right, Juan here is actually going to take us around the shop and show us a lot of the memorabilia. That's kind of one of the highlights of this shop, because the cars are cool. The cars are the centerpiece, but the memorabilia kind of ties everything together. What's this this area?
Fluffy's a huge Marvel fan. It's Marvel or nothing with him when it comes to comics, when it comes to characters.
Batman's not the best superhero. Batman is the creepiest superhero.
So we call this the Marvel Corner. The Marvel Corners, you can find a lot of sideshow collectible pieces and a lot of memorabilia, such as Thor's hammer signed by Stan Lee, a license plate signed by the Avengers.
Oh wow, yeah, that's super cool.
Black Panther, just a whole bunch of movie posters that have been signed by the cast.
Actually, I have a picture of Stan Lee just walking around Hollywood Boulevard.
Nice.
It's pretty cool. I love all of this stuff. Like, it's done so well. It's displayed so nicely too. So this, the painting style here, is all done by one artist?
It's one group of artists, yes. You'll catch that throughout the whole building about just one artist. They're the same people that painted those ads that are against the wall for the VWs and inside the conference room as well.
The detail on some of these is just unbelievable. I absolutely love it. What's on this corner here? This is Muscle Alley, right?
Muscle Alley, yeah. We have a STR8 300, a Demon, a Hellcat. This is a 78 Trans Am. What we have here against the wall is snapshots of Fluffy's life, his friends, his work, and all the great fruits of his labor that he's traveled all over the world, met incredible people, and he shares it. He's happy to give everybody the same opportunities that he has as well.
Cool. All right, so we got, I love this so much.
And they all have dog beds, which is cool. They all turn on, they all run, and he does go out and cruise it with them, and he always takes his two little dogs with them. So most of the cars you will see there's dog beds and car chargers and.
This is pretty cool. It's like a modern Trans Am.
Yes, I want to say it's a 2012 Camaro chassis. Probably 10% of it's Camaro, but other than that, it's a Trans Am that's done by the folks Trans Am Depot in Florida. Everything's redone. The badging on it. Let's see, this opens up. Yeah, yay! They have
Oh, wow.
dog bed. See, you know it's a dog bed.
Dog bed.
The T-tops are custom.
Oh wow, this is really nice. That is so cool.
Only 77. Yeah, 77 were made, and Burt Reynolds actually autographed the dash before.
Wow, number 20 of 77. Unbelievable. And it's a manual.
Yes.
That is too cool.
The heads that turn, like real car people that get really excited about the cars. It's quite the experience.
Tell me about these jerseys up here.
One of the specials was shot in Houston, where the Rockets play at. One person was able to fill up that whole arena. So as tokens, for the venues, they give him jerseys to show that he's been here and he's done quite the numbers. But probably most of the baseball jerseys are first pitches that he's done. And you'll see in the conference room that Topps gave him a baseball card for throwing the first pitch out. They have a series of celebrities that throw first pitches out, and he has his own Topps baseball card.
Wow, that's so cool. What's this area here?
This is Wrestling Alley. Gabe's a huge wrestling fan. He's not particular to one brand, whether WWE, AEW, or ECW, and he loves all sort of wrestling, old and modern. So these are some of the snapshots that he's been able to meet. His favorite wrestlers, Hulk Hogan and Stone Cold Steve Austin, which Stone Cold has been here a couple of times. And that's Wrestling Wall. We're just starting a new tradition where whenever a wrestler comes, they're able to sign the wall and leave their mark here. We have the WWE superstar Kalisto that's been here, and he was able to autograph the wall. So as Chris Jericho.
I have a recording studio in the back. In the back building, and I've done some voiceover work in there, which is cool.
That's cool.
I'm in the new Space Jam, so we did the whole movie in there. I also did
Oh, I can't wait to see that.
3 movies from there.
I can't wait to see that. Yeah, and you did some Coco voiceover too,
Yeah, I
right?
was in Coco.
Oh,
That one actually we did. I did that one in Northern California at the Pixar studio.
So the first thing that I noticed when I come into this boardroom area is this. Like, this is so iconic. Long Beach, the lighthouse. That's actually where I proposed to my wife, at that lighthouse.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Oh, how funny.
Yeah. So it's like, this is like my home, like the Long Beach Grand Prix, I always say, is kind of like my home race. And every year, I've been for 17 years now in a row. And unfortunately, it got canceled last year. And then this year, it's going to be moved to September. So hopefully it still happens. But it's just
They're
always.
not trying to all that money.
Yeah, well, it's always such a good time, It's such a cool race because they literally race on the streets that we can drive on, And I think it's just so special. It's more common in Europe, but in the U.S., it's just not such a common thing.
And it's funny because I grew up here in Long Beach, and so every year, I'd always hear and I'm like, well, what is that sound? I asked Mom, what's that sound? She goes, I think they're doing construction up the street. And you'd hear it. I mean, and keep in mind, the cars were miles away, and it sounded like bees.
Yeah.
It sounded like bees, and I'm like, what the hell is that noise? And
But it echoes through the buildings.
it echoes through the entire city. You can hear it, 'cause, we live in the hood, you're right there, right by downtown. And so I'd always hear that sound during that time of the year, and I'm like, what is that? Of course, it was only that one weekend, and it was every year, and I didn't know until I got older, and I started venturing out. I'm like, holy shit, those were, yeah.
So this is your boardroom. This is where all of the, I guess, deals get done. But you also have a lot of memorabilia here that I'm sure means a lot to you. Can you tell us a little bit about some of your favorite pieces? Oh, should we leave the... Oh, hi.
Get over here. Come here. Let's see. We'll start up here with the top, that fluffy number 18. That was when I played Staples Center for the first time. That's the house that Kobe built, and they said, we want to give you a jersey. What would you like on it? And I says, well, you know, it was 2018, so I went with an 18, and of course the nickname is Fluffy, so we went with that right there. Up on the very top, on each side, there's it's a venue called the Apollo Theater, not the one in New York City, but there's one in London, and I played there twice. The Beatles played there, which I thought was pretty cool. And just anybody who's ever gone over there.
That baseball card is so cool.
Topps had a year where they decided to have celebrities who throw out a first pitch, and they put them on a baseball card. And so yeah, I can, you know, I think it's funny that I've never gotten, you know, picked when it comes to sports. Big guy always gets picked last or doesn't get picked at all. But I want to have my own legit Topps baseball card.
Wow, so it actually comes in a pack if you buy like a pack.
Yeah, people got them.
Wow.
Impacts.
That's some flex right there.
Oh yeah, I'll get you one.
Ooh.
I know a guy. You know, up here, the movie Planes, I voiced one of the characters in that movie. I've done some films, voiceover work, and so I was in that movie. This is from performing at the Honda Center. And this one right here, this one's really, really cool. This is the first ever poster or any type of advertisement that ever had my name on it.
Wow.
And so you got to figure, I started doing stand-up April 10th of 1997, and this is July. So from April, May, June, July, in 3 months I was able to finally get my name on something. And the funny part is that I wasn't even the main attraction on this show. These other guys were way more seasoned, but I was just there to MC the show. But I guess the name was very popular, Iglesias, and so they made my name bigger than everybody else's. Which, you know, maybe they saw something I did at the time. But yeah, I got the original poster, and I think it's cool that it has a date on it and stuff, so you can see Gabriel's been in the game for 24 years now.
Well, and that's the thing is, like, something like this, it has patina, it's like something
yeah, and then, by the way, just you can tell right there, look at $5 ticket. Tickets are only $5. $5.
Yeah, if it was $5 to see you now,
it would text for $5. This one right here is the Fluffy movie. I got a chance to do my a comedy special that was actually in theaters. Eventually Netflix did pick it up for a little while, and then they said we want to be in the Fluffy business. So my last three specials are with Netflix.
There's so much awesome memorabilia on this wall. I don't know, maybe you can highlight some of your favorites here.
Here's a cool one. When people ask me who was very influential in my comedy, I say, oh, there's a couple names. It's Eddie Murphy and Robin Williams. Robin Williams was the reason why I started wearing Hawaiian shirts and why I just tried to be more animated. I just wanted to mimic him, and there was one opportunity that I had to work with him. I was doing a show at the Comedy Magic Club in Hermosa Beach, and the manager of the club, Richard, tells me, hey, listen, we're gonna have a special guest tonight, but I can't tell you who it is. I go, what do you mean? He goes, yeah, they've asked me not to say who's coming because they don't want to stir things up. And I'm like, dude, it's my show. They're gonna be on my show. I go, I have the right to know. He goes, trust me, just, you know now that if you ever have a secret and you tell me not to tell someone something, now you know I won't do it. I'm like, what kind of shit is that? So I'm on stage and they hand me a note and they tell me that I'm about to bring up Robin Williams, one of my childhood, comedy heroes. And this is the night I got to meet him.
Incredible. So he opened for you?
No, here's the thing. He made it clear that he wanted to go on after the headliner because he was working out a special, so he didn't want to go on before and then destroy that. Because clearly, if he would have gone on before me, he would have gotten off stage and then I would have walked out to booze, like, bring back Robin Williams. Even though people were there to see me, they would have been like, "Oh, come on, man."
That's crazy. The legend. That's a great story.
And this is kind of cool right here too. So I have my own reserved parking space at basically LA Live, which is Staples Center and Microsoft, right there across the street from the Staples Center. I was on stage at Microsoft and I was venting about a situation I had at home. I got into an argument with my girlfriend because she took my parking spot with her. She let her friends park in my parking spot. It's a 2-car garage, and then I had just bought her another car. She had like 3 cars. It's a 4-car garage. 3 of the cars were hers. 1 spot was for me in my car, and I get back home from the road, and her friends are parking in my spot, and I'm like complaining. I'm like, why can't you just leave me my spot, my 1 spot? She goes, what's the big deal? Just park behind. I go, no, that's not the point. I go, can I just have my one parking spot? So I started venting on stage about that, and the venue said, well, you know what, we were trying to figure out what to give you, and we noticed that you don't have anywhere to park at home. But we want you to know that as long as you continue to perform here with us, you will always have a parking space that no one will
Fluffy
take.
guy, very specific.
Yeah.
I like that.
And it's still there, which is cool, even right now.
That's awesome.
And the beauty of it is, if somebody does park in that spot, because it has happened, I can legally have them towed.
Oh my
And
God.
we've done it, and it's awesome to watch. And it's always been a Prius. That's why I don't like you guys, Prius people. Think you can do whatever you want. we save the environment. We can take Fluffy's parking.
Oh.
This is a cool one right here. This was April 17th, 2015, Madison Square Garden. When people, the reason I remember that date, even though it's not on here, the reason why I remember that date is because they would always ask, people would ask me, hey, when did you know you made it? And I'd always try to say, not answer that, because I always felt like if you said you made it, you'd stop growing as an entertainer. And I says, so I'm telling that story on stage at Madison Square Garden. I says, but moving forward, it's going to be a little bit hard not to answer that question. I says, so the next time someone tells me or asks, you know, hey, when did you know you made it? Now I'm going to have a date. And it was that show. That show is when I acknowledged that my career had arrived.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah,
Madison Square Garden. I mean, come on.
It was really hard to be humble. I try to be humble, but god damn it, that was hard.
It's like, yeah, my face is on the outside.
Yeah. And then there's semi trucks with my face on it too, so it's kind of like, yeah, no, dude, just own it, just freaking own it.
I love this poster so much. Like, that is so cool. I love the your dog too. Is R2D2.
Every now and then we'll perform at venues that have local artists, and there was a local artist in San Diego that did that. He did a couple art pieces, and there were, you know, gifts to the artist, which is nice, because I would have paid to have that done, and that was a nice little surprise. I'm sure the artist who did that doesn't realize it's on my wall now, but yeah, it's very cool.
And plus the buses in the back, they're just flying. Kind of like starships.
They personalized it. They made it very, very personal. They did some research with a fan.
That's so cool. There's just so many. I mean, I'm sure anytime. Oh, there's Jay. There's the guy who messed you up.
Yeah, he's the reason for the season right there.
Yeah.
That newspaper article right there, that's from Amman, Jordan. I got to perform in Jordan a few years back, and after the show was over, I got to go to the King's Palace. I was invited to the King's Palace, and so I got to hang out with him and the Queen, and he made dinner. It was pretty crazy. He personally made dinner, and we hung out, and it was just an incredible night of fun with royalty. And I heard some really good stories, some of which I'm not allowed to tell anymore.
That belt is awesome too.
Oh, so that belt right there was a gift from my manager and my concert promoter. They know I'm a huge wrestling fan, clearly. And it was the end of the tour, and they wanted to give me a tour gift. And so the belt has nothing but, you know, it shows on the belt how many shows we had, how many were sold out, the amount of money grossed, you know, just all the comedy stats, you know, which I think was really cool. And they put my logos in. It's a legit wrestling belt. It's not like a replica. Like, they got the actual guy, Dave McMillan, who makes the belts for, you know, like WWE or AEW. He's the guy, the belt guy, and he made that. That sucker weighs probably 30 pounds.
Oh man. Have you worn it?
The very first day I tried to wear it, it does not clear. It does not clear. I'm one of those guys that, you know, I don't know if you remember a guy named Yokozuna. He just would wear it over his shoulder.
Yeah. No,
He's a big guy, so he would just wear it up here.
That's a flex in itself, though. Just put it on your shoulder, just
put it on
walk
the shoulder
around.
and walk in. Yeah, I did. Yeah, I did.
Cool.
I had some wrestlers take pictures with it, which I thought was cool. They were like, "Hey, where'd you get that?" I went to go hang out with Snoop, and yeah, that's what happens when you hang out with Snoop. So we documented it because I don't remember anything after that moment.
Go on and enjoy that shit. I'm gonna do some talking while you enjoy that motherfucking smoke right there, because your voice finna change. He's finna go up another octave, y'all. Watch his voice go up. Go ahead, say something.
I didn't hear you.
Well, thank you for showing us some memorabilia. There's just so many moments But with pictures, it's just a quick snapshot, you know. But the cool thing is, as soon as you look at it, it reminds you of that time, you know. I mean, because time flies, I'm sure, when you guys are working so hard and having fun.
And it's kind of like, you know, when you have a year like 2020 where everything stops, it kind of puts things into perspective. Like, wow, I guess we're just gonna stay home all year. So walking in here, it's like, wow, look at it. And then we did this, and then we did this, and then we did. So it's nice to be able to go back and relive these moments by looking at the pictures and seeing all the different cool things that, you know, I got to experience.
Yeah. Well, we'll just call it a reset, and then we'll start. Yeah, good reset.
Good reset.
Hi, Henry.
Hi.
Gabe tasked you with actually telling us a lot about the buses, but honestly, Gabe knows a lot himself.
Yeah, he does.
Too, right?
He does. He does
maybe
quite a
he's
bit.
just a little.
He really doesn't need me, but he knows a lot.
Yeah,
He's well versed.
Part of it is that it is his passion and it's his love. He loves cruising in these things. He actually drives them on the street.
Right.
These obviously are not actual buses.
No,
They're
but
aquariums, but they're pretty cool.
This is aquarium. Yeah, he really likes he's really involved in the Volkswagens. Yeah. So cut a bus in half.
Yeah. Let's talk about this one. This one. So Gabe said that this is his favorite to drive.
Yeah, it's his favorite because it's most comfortable for him because you know, it's more roomier. He can actually put the window down, you know, and this reminds him more of his upbringing, you know, early stage of his career.
Did you restore this one?
No, what I just did, I redid the interior. We redid the seats, made them a little bit smaller as far as the cushion, so he could be more comfortable. Because, you know, some of the things are not as roomy as regular cars.
So what year is this one?
This is 68.
Okay, and then this is pretty much like a later one then.
It's a later model, yeah, second generation. Pre-67 is the first generation, second generation. Obviously, these ones are more of his collection, you know.
Yeah. I mean, because some of these, especially how many windows is it? 21 windows?
This is a 23.
Uh-huh.
So this is a 56. Then, you know, that one's a 59. But they're all 23 windows. The first four here are 23 windows.
And those are worth the most.
Yeah, they're worth some money.
Yeah.
Not what they were worth 20 years ago. There's a demand for it, you know, less inventory, and it became a frenzy.
Mm-hmm. Can you tell us what one that you restored that you can kind of tell us some details about?
We restored this one, and basically most of the restorations are meant for him to drive. You know, they're not trailer queens. Yeah, there is a lot of detail that goes into them, the paint and the upholstery, you know, but he likes to drive them.
Yeah, so like this one, when you say you restored this, did you take this down to bare metal?
Yeah, this was down to bare metal. Every nut and bolt came off of this car. Obviously, he wanted chrome, because initially this car we were going to go all original, but he wanted chrome, so we added the chrome safari windows, the chrome bumpers, chrome mirrors, you know. So we had a lot of chrome, the roof racks, you know, the aftermarket, you know. So he has his own taste.
But I mean, but he's very specific about these things.
Oh, he is.
Yeah, because it's not like, hey, you take it and you.
No, he knows what he wants. He provides the canvas. We take care of his vision.
So with a lot of these parts, like the trim and stuff, are there still a lot of new old stock things that you can find, or is it mostly reproduction now?
There is. I mean, there's still a lot of what they call new old stock available. But we're not going to put new old stock on the bumper that we're going to chrome, because it's no longer an original. If we have new old stock, we want to save it for like all original looking bus.
Are you able to get source parts from Germany if you need to?
Yeah, we have if we're doing specific all original restoration, yeah, we can find the new old stock or good original parts. This is an original looking bus, but obviously the bumper's supposed to be painted a different color if we were going for the complete original look.
What about the engine on this?
This one has a 2-liter motor on it. See, the car presents itself as if it was stock, but with the chrome bumpers, he added the chrome elements to it. But then, for
Wow,
this is
that's definitely not original
no,
at
it's
all.
not original. No, no. But like I said, he likes to drive his car.
Yeah.
So he likes to keep up with traffic. He likes to just get on the car and go. So you got to make him reliable and able to keep up with traffic. So that's what I meant by saying that these cars are restored for him to be driven.
So tell us about this motor.
Well, this is a 2-liter motor. It has 44 Webers on it. It's an oil cooler. It's about 180 horsepower.
Wow, this one's one of the faster ones. Though.
Yeah. Give and take. I mean, it's not. It's just meant to keep up with traffic.
Yeah, I mean, considering that these came with how much horsepower originally?
40. Yeah. This one's I think it's a 40. It came in with a 40 horse.
It's so much more power.
It's a lot more power. Yeah, because they're pretty heavy. Yeah. So even though you say it's 180 horsepower, what do we have realistically at the rear? I mean, but it's decent enough power to get this thing moving in traffic.
Got it. These are pretty cool too. I love these.
Yeah, and again, we build them to his liking, to what his vision is of the vehicle. Sort of give it like they call the resto mod, try to keep the original look to it, but with the modifications, the chrome, the non-original colors, But he likes them to flow, to blend in, And like I said, he provides the canvas, and then we articulate what his vision is.
Are any of these imported from out of country then?
Obviously, they all came from Germany.
Yeah. But like.
But did he source them out from out of the country? No. All of these were based here in the United States.
Oh, okay, got it. I just have so many questions about these things because I didn't grow up around these. Where did you learn?
I grew up around there because they were affordable. So it was one of my first cars in high school, and everybody where I grew up had them because they were affordable. At 16, I bought my first Volkswagen, and I just owned one ever since then. So they were affordable, they were practical, and they were easy to work on. I mean, I was able to take the transmission, engine out in the garage, replace it within one day if something went wrong. So the practicality and how cheap they were is what attracted me.
And on top of that, you can fit a lot of things and people in them.
Yes, you can. Yeah.
I mean, like.
But remember, before though, nobody thought they were so valuable.
Yeah.
So we're talking about, in the 80s, when I was in high school, nobody wanted a van because nobody wanted a minivan. Everybody back then wanted the Beetle. So, you can pick one of these up back then for $2,500. Now now the average price $30 or $50 just for a base car that probably needs to be restored. Again, going back to what attracted me to it, just the practicality and how cheap they were.
I mean, that's the point, is because they were so cheap, it was like a dime a dozen. They would get wrecked, and that's why there's not that many left.
That's right. So the demand is greater than the inventory, and that's why the prices are skyrocketed. Yeah, because you could go to pick apart back in the days, and they were all over the junkyard.
Yeah.
So now, if you see one in the junkyard, it's rare, and somebody's going to buy it out of the junkyard.
Oh, this one's ready to jam. This one has Willwood brakes.
Well, yeah. Again, like I said, Gabe's really involved in the cars, and again, all the cars are meant to be driven. So the front suspension has been built for drivability and safety. So you want to make sure he stops. This thing has a pretty big motor. Again, for distance, so he can just get up and go, but it has to stop.
Can we see the motor on this one?
Yeah, I can open it up.
Wow. Did you guys build this one
This
too?
this motor is built by Old Speed in Paramount. Russell's the owner, and he does all the drivetrains for Gabriel. He builds them for drivability and obviously safety.
I noticed this one has a Gene Berg style shift. Is this a 5-speed?
No, Gene Berg's, they make anything that's high performance. They make a 5-speed shifter, but this is just a regular 4-speed. So this is one of his favorite cars here.
Right.
Again, he has input in everything. He likes steel. We actually mock up door panels to see what color he likes, what flows with the car. So
Everything is so premium. Like all the materials are so premium. So none of these have seatbelts, huh?
some of them do. We should have them every single car, but some of them don't have them. Volkswagen was an option. It was never. Back then, it was nobody cared.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, I remember driving with my dad, and I was in the front seat standing up.
Yeah,
I mean, that was just the way it was. Yeah. But no, some of them do have seatbelts, and then seatbelts are available.
Which one's your favorite out of this group?
My favorite, I mean, they're all favorites because it's fun building them, especially with him, because he has so much input. He makes it fun. It's not a stressful environment, because the end result is pretty cool when you actually, sit down and shoot ideas to each other. Because these things are down to the bare metal. Every nut and bolt's hanging out. So we end up seeing something that physically you were involved in. Now it's a rolling piece of machinery. It's pretty exciting. But yeah, they're all my favorite. I can't, they're all pretty cool.
Is there anybody else that you know that has a bus collection like this?
Not as many as the number of buses that he has. He has about close to 40.
You're serious?
Yeah.
How many are here?
Probably 20.
So where's all the other buses at
Some
your
are in my
place?
shop being restored. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. We got a lot of ongoing projects. Look, the way this started, I mean, he started this collection, he started buying them. But then quickly realized that the way he was buying, it wasn't what he wanted. So he wanted his own style, his own branding. So we started restoring everything that he had before, and then the other half is things that he had bought just to restore. And then he has a 1975 that was featured on his show. And that was Subaru engines being installed on that one.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
gonna be cool.
Yeah, that's gonna be cool. Yeah, but no, most of these collections not here. Every car is basically a piece of him, his idea, his vision, and then we just articulate it for him.
Mm. Is there any one of these that have been restored to original?
Over here, I think it's 61.
This one?
Yeah, this one.
Okay. This one is, and did you guys restore this
Yeah,
one?
we restored this one, yeah. This is one is early, this is 2016, I think, several years ago. The idea was to restore all of them 100% original, as close to original as possible. But then she shifted to the chrome.
Resto mod.
Resto mod.
Yeah.
That's it's a resto mod.
And so then this top too?
This is all original.
Okay.
Yeah, this is original 23.
What was the condition that it was in when you first got it?
It was pretty bad. Before, nobody cared about them, so they were trash. Nobody really took care of them. They were beat up, or they got abused, or they're rusted. So it's pretty difficult sometimes to find something that's in prime condition, especially the way these things were looked upon prior. Nobody thought they were going to be a six-figure car.
Yeah. So this is definitely well over 6 figures.
Yeah. This is way over 6 figures.
How much do you think that's worth? Just your estimate.
Depends what somebody's willing to pay at auction. It could be 120, it can be 200, it can be 300. Easily the way this thing was restored, and it's probably worth 150.
Which is crazy.
Yeah, but you can take it to auction, you don't know, somebody might pay 300 for it.
Yeah, especially the provenance.
I mean, if you shoot down a little bit underneath, you can see underneath how clean this thing is.
Oh, it is like brand new. Yeah. All of it. Yeah. It's almost like it hasn't ever been driven, huh?
We did a rotisserie restoration, and this is back in, actually it was 2013 when this was done. We did the best we could with what was available. And again, people were not restoring cars to this level until there was a big Barrett Jackson auction where this one went for like almost 200,000. And from that point on, it created a frenzy amongst collectors to have one. It was probably in 2016 when that happened, or 15. But nobody was restoring them to this level where it looked like that underneath. So now, everybody's restoring it to that particular level because of the money.
So what year is this one?
I think 61.
I love the plate too.
Yeah.
Real 23.
With 23, yeah.
That is incredible.
Yeah.
So like this, you guys went all out in terms of finding new old stock parts.
Well, whatever we could, yeah. And remember, this when this thing was started being restored was 2013, early 14. Yeah, we rounded up as many as original parts as possible.
Like, what about the glass? Is all this
The glass is original. The glass is original because you see some imperfection. You know, it's not like brand new.
And like this stuff, people still make these seals, or
Yeah, you can get all this reproduction, this seals and stuff. Obviously, you can get all that reproduction. You know, we got the original mirrors because they got the VW sign, and so we built it with as many original parts as possible. If there's something on the car that we find, we just change it. It's original. That's the beauty of things. That if you find a new old stock that comes up and you don't have it, we can just put it on. But most of the cars are built to have the original look, but with his color choice, with his vision.
that's the thing, is you must be restoring a lot of other ones for him right now, right?
Yeah. We're doing quite a bit of restorations for him. He has a 1959 Kapper Gia also that we're doing.
Oh, that's going to be really cool.
Yeah, because he bought it. The one he bought is a 2-year. Kapper Gia built what they call a low light. The front nose is a little slanted forward. It's a little rounded. It's 2-year only. They build the convertibles called low lights. We're building one of those for him.
Thank you so much for walking me around the collection a little bit. Definitely next time I have to come to your shop. I want to see a lot of these in process. I'm sure you have a lot of rotisseries and stuff kind of in process. Gabe, he shouldn't sell himself short in terms of knowing about these cars. He knows a lot about these cars. And maybe next time we'll kind of go cruising, and then we can kind of get more in depth about certain cars that he likes.
Yeah, I mean, obviously he'd be the best person to tell you which one's his favorite and which ones he loves to drive. But like I said, he drives all of them. Yeah. He just gets on them and goes. Like, there's no trailer queens here. Everything gets driven, and that's why he has a collection. It's to enjoy it. He likes to enjoy his cars. You know, he just doesn't like them sitting around.
Yeah, awesome, cool. Thank you.
All right, that was an amazing tour. There's just so much to see. You know, the thing that I really appreciate is all of the moments that you proudly display. Like, all of the people that you meet, all of the sold out venues, like the fact that you have everything so organized in terms of like a good snapshot of your career. It's so cool to see it all in one place.
Everything's organized. That's either I'm very creative or the OCD is the next level. Straight lines, people. Straight lines.
That's the thing is, like, for example, your Volkswagen collection is from oldest to newest, right?
Yes, it's from the oldest, and actually I have an older one than that one right there in the corner. I have a 1952 that's not here. Sorry. Well, next episode.
Oh yeah, so that's the thing is, the next time we definitely also want to check out Henry's restoration shop, because he says he has 45 cars or something there right now.
Yes, it's not as pretty as this. Henry's place is always a work in progress, because that's what he does. He's a restorations guy, so it's always something coming in, something going out.
Yeah, but that's the point, is like the work in progress, the texture, the grittiness. We all absolutely love checking that stuff out too.
He will not offer you bagels or coffee. Just thought I'd let you know. So show up with your kit or whatever, your little thermos.
Well, thank you again. Hopefully next time we got to go cruising.
We definitely got to go cruising. The rain kind of put a little damper on things. That's right, people. It's raining. You don't even know it. You're probably watching this right now and it's hot as hell at your house. It was raining.
Thank you. That's a wrap.